Hello and welcome to what should be a recording of System Shock 2. I'm just going to change some of these audio settings a little bit here. So that, well, maybe you'll actually be able to hear me over this loud game. I'm going to be doing it on impossible, normal.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
Alright, and welcome to the 80s/90s with Draycu.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
You done now? This is, as I said, System Shock 2. A very interesting game. With people that don't really acknowledge your presence. And are... Right. A very interesting game that showcases just how utterly awful the world looks in the future.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street-level recruitment.
I don't have any mods on this, but this is pretty much just a test video right now to see how everything turns out. If my audio is still fine, or if I'm getting overwhelmed here. What's in here? Absolutely nothing. Davado. I don't quite know what that says, but alright. Crouch is out of control. Is E and C or strafe? That's gonna be helpful. I think it's strafe.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
You know what, Mr. Robot, just
To pick up some basic skills you'll need to get by in the service. Welcome, trainee. While you're in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface. This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse. See how it changes where you look? That means you're in shoot mode. Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode, where you can use your mouse to interact with items in the world. Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display, by clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen. This display shows your strengths in various areas. When you're ready to continue, press the tab key to go back to shoot mode. Try changing between modes until you get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
I don't know exactly what exotic are, but I think I'd like to go with energy.
To pick up items, center them on your screen and right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory. To view your inventory, press the tab key. You can move items around your inventory by left. To use items like buttons in computers, center them. The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press tab to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen. Many objects in your inventory can be used by right-clicking on them.
The heck was that? Okay, either way. Long story short, healing over time is kind of like BioShock. Well, I mean, it was made by the same people who created BioShock. However, what are my words? Words. Let's see. Pretty much what I'm trying to get at is this game, basically a very simple early version of BioShock, play-wise. You still have Eve, or whatever it was called in Infinite, for your special powers, and of course you have health above that.
See the crate in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply move the pointer to the crate and right-click. To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will automatically place that item in your inventory. To close the container window and return to shoot mode, one of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently,
this message is
the
coming
contents
from
of
the
your
audio
PDA
log you
are
just
empty.
picked up.
Now
You can
pick
use
up
your
the audio
PDA
log in front of
anytime
you.
to play any audio log or
goodness.
email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information.
Okay, so pretty much what he was saying, it's...
Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling. To jump, simply press the space bar. Some surfaces can be mantled onto by holding down the space bar. Mantling lets you pull yourself up to ledges and other high places in front of you. Give it a try.
Ah, okay, so you can grab onto things. I did not know this. Ugh. That's pretty darn cool. I never knew that.
To climb a ladder, simply walk into it and look upward. You'll automatically start.
Get me out of here.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
Okay then, Mr. Robot, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics training. Approach the cyberlink
Blah,
booth of
blah,
your
blah,
choice.
just let me point
All
you
right,
stuff.
wannabe. Good to have you on board. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol in the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of 2 ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen. Once you've loaded the firearm, take a shot at the dumb robot by pressing the left mouse button. Notice how its health bar gets shorter as you chip away at it. Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items. Weapons, batteries, you name it.
Awesome. I've been wanting to use this gun. Yeah. Sweet.
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in. Green is good, red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon. Just pick up the tool, open your inventory, and drag the tool onto your pistol. Remember that maintenance tools are only good for a single use.
Wait. Was that everything? So, in case you couldn't notice, laser weapons are super strong against energy weapons, deal a lot of damage against robotics. Not so much against organics, though. Sweet, you can get up here. I personally prefer to go with energy weapons and which will allow you to actually recharge your gun without the use of a charging station near you. Pretty darn handy.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas first before you enlist. They might just come.
Inside, we'll teach you the basics of some technical skills you'll need in the Navy.
Why, yes, this sounds so snooty.
Welcome. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, we'll provide you with a temporary cyber interface and the skills you need to accomplish the training tasks. But they'll only last so long as you're in the booth.
Ah, okay. Sure thing.
The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you pick up the container of nanites, they do not go in your general inventory, but are instead displayed in use mode on the bottom left of your screen. Walk over to the keypad by the door and try out hacking.
Okay, I'm gonna pause again. Darn it. Alright, I should be recording again, hopefully.
Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
Okay. So I just need to line up. That sounds easy. I was wrong. Uh-oh, wait. Ah, okay. Woot, alright. Door. Okay.
You can use nanites to buy items from replicators. To use a replicator, right-click on it, then left-click on the item you wish to purchase. The item you purchased will drop into the slot below. Make sure you pick up your purchases before you leave.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy being Spider-Man.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Thank Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Take a bottle of juice,
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
a bit of chips, and then some
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
iron, and then I should be good to go. To take on anything the world can throw at me. I can't. Nom. Darn it, it doesn't work.
You learned the basics of the technical skills. There are several other technical skills you'll learn throughout the course of your career, such as repairing items and modifying weapons. The cyber interfaces for these tasks are similar to the hacking interface. Before you enlist in the Navy, try out the other training courses. They'll be useful.
Okay.
Inside, you will learn how to reach out with your mind. Do not let fear block your path.
Got it.
We've provided you with a virtual interface and the temporary ability. The red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers. Psi hypos replenish your psi points. Try using a psi hypo and watch your psi points increase. When you've reached your maximum in psi points, move to the next station.
Thank you. Alright, 57. Okay, that was just the introductory. Well, I did cut it off.
We've provided you with a virtual interface and the temporary ability to project simulated psionic powers. Once you leave this area, these powers will be lost to you.
Okay. Psi powers are, of course, just about the same as Atom and the salts. Basically, the same idea. Super cool magic powers, basically. And, of course, pyrokinesis, which is always fun.
This psi amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Like the first Bioshock, you can only use these powers as long as you still have points in your Eve or in psi power or whatever it is in this case. Oh, so essentially you're only really capable of using a power for a very limited amount of time before you actually have to use another hypo. It's an interesting concept, but it still pretty much operates under the same principles as the original Bioshock. Only unlike Bioshock, I believe you can screw up, and it will also hurt you if you screw up. So, think carefully about your powers. May not be as simple as a good old gun, but cryo psycho powers are still pretty darn nice. This will definitely be the path I'll be choosing for all of our for our journeys together.
Mastery of the mind is a slow but rewarding process. Return to this area if you need more guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA, it would be useful to experiment in the other training courses.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. The shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
Alright, and we're here on Flank Station. Hey, what's going on there? Fine. Not block. Guess I'm in the Death Star? I don't know. Oh, hey.
The OSA welcomes you to Orbital Station Chunlo. Ready yourself to feel the limitations of your mind slipping away. We will guide your path over the next 4 years. The shuttle bays at the center of the station will ferry you to your next stage of growth. When you've chosen, head into the appropriate shuttle bay. Get ready to learn things you've never imagined.
Do you plug into the wall somewhere, or what? Okay. I wanted to explore. There is no sprint button, by the way. This is walking. Shift does not make you sprint, it makes you walk on invisible legs. And of course, crouch slows you down. Then you can crawl even slower. UNN starts with you and your generic, no-faced family. You too can support the world and our endeavors. Even without faces, we are equal opportunity. Can't stress that enough. Nope, can't interact with that. Okay, so here's the big choice portion of the game. Basically, choose your power and abilities. Each one gives you a bonus.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated for your training. You shall spend a year in contemplation of mass, both yours and that of objects, until you can bend them to your intentions.
So basically, each one gives you a buff to your abilities.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Runang await you. A year in meditation on the nature of matter will grant you power over it.
That could be helpful.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Shaoling await you. There you will spend a solitary year focused in a meditation on motion and sound, and how they may serve your will. The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Runang await you.
Thank you. February 2112. Your year in the tanks of the Ru Nang is finished. Your will has grown. Your mind can now freeze your foes in their tracks and pull distant objects to you. These talents will serve you well. Second-tier disciplines are now within your grasp. You may now take your skills into the field and pit them against our enemies. You have mastered Tier 2 Psi disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. So basically I can freeze guys and then pull things to me like boxes, which is always helpful, especially when you can't jump very high. What? Ooh, what's back here? You can't make me go. You can't make me go. Ooh, cool. So really just set you back to here so you can decide where you want to go again, saving you some walking time.
Sifting the thoughts of treachery and disloyalty from the morass of emotion and internal conflict that fill most mundanes can be disquieting. You shall spend a year building the general strength of your mind, while learning how to probe the thoughts of the less capable without losing yourself.
Okay.
Dr. Chandrisvalan's research labs have produced many of this decade's advances in psionic technique. You shall spend a year serving his genius, learning to understand his insights and whims. Your body has been neglected in your training of your mind. On Io, you will find soldiers who wish to test their endurance. You will surpass their physical prowess without compromising your mental discipline.
So you get a good balance then of both endurance and psychic abilities. I think that might actually be the way to go. Better endurance or just full-on psychic powers? I'm thinking psychic powers.
Sifting the thoughts of treachery and disloyalty from the morass of emotion.
23rd of February, 2113. Your time of service at the OSA Central Corps has reached its end. Your year was mostly peaceful, with one major exception. The hired assassin tried to disguise her intentions under a layer of quite explicit daydreams, but you were not deceived. Near the end, you felt the presence of her fading thoughts enter your own mind, and then vanish like clearing mist. You've gained +2 psychic ability. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Right, moving on. Okay. Is someone just throwing me over here? Alright, what's the next? Ooh.
Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb corporate and political stability. You shall spend a year battling these chaotic elements, both psionically and by physical force. In the grand scheme, individuals are no more important than pieces on a game board. Occasionally, it becomes necessary to remove a piece without disturbing the flow of the game. These removals will be done in silence and with complete secrecy. You shall spend a year learning these skills. Many threats to security can only be defeated from inside. Your mind shall be carefully blanked and conditioned with the nature and past of a criminal. Join with the criminal and rebellious, endure their squalor and chaos, and then, when it is time, liquidate them from within.
Wow, okay. I think I'll go with the anti-terrorism.
Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb...
Whoosh, and away I go. The 9th of February, 2114. You are directed to return to Station 7434A. Your year with OSA Central Corps has reached its conclusion. You have learned the ways of lifting secrets from the minds of enemies and disarming their devices. But when it came time to act, speed, both natural and mentally enhanced, was critical. You've gained +1 strength, +1 agility, and +1 cybernetic affinity, and mastered psychogenic or genic agility. Cool.